I'm Kasia.
And I'm Krista.
And we are confidence coaches for
kids.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Confidence Coaches for Kids. I'm Kasia.
And I'm Krista.
And hey, we are so excited to talk to you today. As you guys know, with the country basically shut down and schools across the nation, stay-at-home orders, it's been a challenging time. And what really is amazing as we've gone through these last 6 weeks of distance learning, we've been super impressed by the engagement and just the work and effort of a lot of our students. Right?
Yeah. I saw something on Facebook the other day that said, we're taking time to thank all of our heroes out there, people that are working in the grocery stores and the hospitals and doctors' offices, all of it, right? And our first responders. But also, what about kids, right? And I thought, that's an interesting point, because your world has been turned upside down, and you see your parents watching the news, and you hear about the dangers of being, within more than 6 feet of other people, and people are wearing masks when you go out for a walk or a bike ride, and that just feels unsettling.
Yes.
As kids, we don't always understand the why behind things. So, yeah, we have been super impressed with the kids that are still showing up in our Google Meets and having, conversations with us and still pushing themselves academically. But we really wanted to put a shout out there for a young man, Jacob, who I have had the honor of being his teacher for 5th and 6th grade. And he is a hardworking young man, and he has so much potential. And when he came into my classroom last year, he didn't see the potential that he had. Mm-hmm. And his transformation has just been incredible to watch.
Yeah, so Krista was really good. She had assigned, as an academy team, the 5th and 6th grade team had assigned a TED Talk project. And this one in particular really hits home for us, because as a building, as a school, we've really been focusing on equitable discipline practices. And in particular, we very discrepant in the area of the boys getting in trouble and the write-ups for boys versus girls. And so we've constantly, as a staff, talked about how do we engage our kids? How do we make sure that our boys are learning? And how do we, as teachers, change our practices and our mindset to support our boys? And so we're just so excited because Jacob nailed it. And it's from his words.
Just to start off, 2 days ago when I did my presentation yesterday, at night I really couldn't sleep, because all I was thinking, what is going to happen from 9 to 9:30? Will I succeed or will I fail? And really, I didn't want to have a negative mindset on it, because I mostly learned that having a negative mindset really takes down your confidence. So I was like, what if I have a growth mindset and actually see at what happens at the end and see me in victory? So it's really how I was thinking it. So I'm going to say my topic. So how strengthening relationships with boys can help them learn. Okay, I have a question. Do boys do better when having a connection with their teacher? Do you guys may have an idea about it? Okay, I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why. They focus better and are more determined. They don't give up as easily because they know they have someone that won't fail on them. And their mindset changes from game face off to game face on in school. Now, learning problems for male students when not having a relationship. Boys account for approximately 70% of suspensions and expulsions, and girls outclass boys in grades and homework, which means boys need a new way of learning. So a study shows that boys are relational learners. They like to have a relationship with their teacher and helps them work better. Now, the negative thing about this, if it goes downhill, a relational breakdown. Next, a relational breakdown is a male student has a respectful relationship with their teacher, but it goes downhill with an argument or something they can't agree on. So the male student starts failing in their teacher's class and other classes, and then just really set up for failure. Now, attention is next. Boys really, all they want is attention, because they feel that girls get more attention in the class when they raise their hand. So I'm not talking class clown attention, but just attention where they want to be heard. Tips to build up a relationship. Really, what from my background, really what helped me work is really pep talks and like the teacher not only saying the words but also her actions show that she cares. Now, how to know if you're in a stable relationship? The student will start performing better in classes, showing that they care more, and really showing them true selves. Now, my story behind this topic. So most of all, when I walked in through those doors last year to Team Press, I wasn't, let's say, a well-performing student. I was like kind of that kid that said, I'm too cool for school. I really don't need this. And I got in trouble so much and had so many pet talks on this press that I really thought, do I want people to notice me as a kid that just says I'm too cool for school? Or do I want to be noticed as someone else, someone better? So really, when I went through sixth grade doors of Team Press, I really wanted to make a change. So really, I wanted to focus better, show them my true selves, and actually not be too cool for school. But all of that wouldn't happen without Miss Press. So I would like to thank her for being the person I am today. The end.
He right away felt overwhelmed by the project and said, I don't know what to do this project on. And I've been very open with him from the beginning with his mindset and his attitude, and that, he walked into my classroom and, we're gonna do this whether he likes it or not, because I see what his potential is, and I can see where he can go. And once he believed that I believed what I was saying too, right? Huge changes started. And so with Kasia having brought to the staff's attention that, this is something we're going to work on, I threw the idea out there to Jacob, and he was like, yeah, I could do that. Because the whole point of a TED Talk is, providing people with information to teach something new, but also really speaking from your heart. It's something that you're passionate about. And he wants to be successful. And our relationship is a pretty special one because he has helped me to be a better teacher, and to really understand that I need to be creative in the delivery of my information and content. And, I think I've helped him to see that he is made for greatness. So
Absolutely.
Anyway, so Jacob did some research on the importance of relationships that boys need to have with their teachers, coaches, educators, and how that impacts their success. So with his permission, we asked him to give his TED Talk a second time and recorded him. And we're going to share that with you today.
Yes, I have to say that this boy is going places. We appreciate his vulnerability, his words, just his presence, and he was nervous to give this, and so let's show them, because if you've ever wondered what it takes to connect with a boy and to help them be engaged in learning, you got to listen to this.
Yeah, and then I just also want to leave it so as a student perspective, or female. Find the teacher that you feel like you can connect with. Really listen to what they're saying and watch how they are interacting with you. Because when you find that adult, while we have lots of caring adults in our lives that we know want us to be successful, it just so happens that you find, the one or the two that really, it kind of clicks.
Yep.
Really pay attention to that, so that when you find that adult, you have somebody to lean on and someone who's not going to give up on you and support you, so that you can be the greatest that you can be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Lean into that. Lean into connection.
That's
okay,
right.
guys.
Have a good week.
Here we go.